So speaking of, gosh, the level that we're at, right now we're seeing a huge push to try and normalize and even fetishize cannibalism. And I think a lot of people were introduced to the fact after the latest WikiLeaks revelations that there's such a thing as spirit cooking, that you have elites and Hollywood types getting together and doing mock cannibalistic rituals with each other. I mean, this is something that they do. See that? I guess that's the trendy, hip, cool thing to do when you're famous. I don't know, whatever. It looks really screwed up to me. But this is what they do. They get together and they pretend they're eating people. The people who are actually involved in this, people like this woman, they straight up call these things rituals, and they talk about the power they derive from them. But right now, you actually have, on the heels of this, a concerted effort to try and push and normalize cannibalism through the media. And these things are always coordinated when they do this. It's never just one thing. So back at the end of February, you had a book come out about it. Cannibalism shows good taste with grisly topic. Ew. It's really gross. They put good taste in the same line with cannibalism, trying to be cute in a headline. But so there's a book that came out about how this happens in nature. And okay, well, that's just a book, right? Well, now we also have a movie. Completely non-related, but we have a movie now. And realize this. Nothing that's promoted at all, whether it's good or bad, there's no such thing as bad press. If someone's being blasted in the press and they're saying all kinds of bad things about that person, they're actually promoting that person. But this, they're actually saying really good things about it. It's this movie called Raw. It's a French movie about a college girl who gets into cannibalism, and Raw makes a sisterhood of cannibalism. That's a headline. Or how about this one? Showcasing sexy, gory college cannibalism. French flick Raw redefines horror genre. They just called cannibalism sexy in a headline. Or this. Raw is the teenage cannibalism drama America needs right now. Really? Is it? That's what America's teenagers need right now? In this society, really? And they point out in this Vox article, which I think is really the point of this in general, that Raw understands one very big idea, that no belief system, no matter how rigid, can't be compromised. And that's a triple negative. But what they're trying to say is they can compromise you no matter how strong your faith is. They can compromise you no matter how strong your belief systems are. That's what this statement is being made by this film. And it says the second that starts to happen, everything else starts to crumble and fall. And I said this is a coordinated effort to normalize cannibalism, to the point that not even 2 weeks ago, you had a CNN host of a show called Believer go hang out with a fringe sect of cannibals in India and eat human brains on TV. That's what I mean. So you don't just have a book and a movie and the spirit cooking. You also have now a CNN host eating human brains on television. That's the level that this is being pushed and promoted. Oh, and by the way, just yesterday also came out that there's a new scientific paper about how there was an outbreak of cannibalism 10,000 years ago in some cave in Spain. So all at the same time, you have a book, a movie, you have a scientific discovery of cannibalism, and you have a CNN host eating brains on TV. That is a promotion of cannibalism. That is the normalization of cannibalism through the media, and that is what they're trying to do right now. And I guess that's the last one, right? Because they've already, remember when they were promoting pedophilia? Remember back in 2014 when they had this op-ed in the New York Times about how pedophilia is not a crime, it's just a disorder, and those people should have civil rights because they have a disorder, right? They're trying to normalize all of the most disgusting, horrible, and social mores, really just value systems, right? That are just the key things that have to be, don't eat your neighbor. Like, that has to happen in society to not have society feast upon itself and destroy itself. And it seems to me that's really what the system is pushing. They want society to feast upon itself and destroy itself because the society they want to build is going to be very hard for them to build on top of the existing infrastructure, as you will. Kind of like with the new 5G network, how they have to build that from the ground up to get what they want out of that. They can't just do it on top of the existing infrastructure. Same thing with the type of Agenda 2030 society that they want. This creepy hive mind they're trying to build by breaking down everyone's cultural barriers and making everyone into these low energy clean slates. I mean, that's really what's going on in society if you take a look around for longer than 5 minutes. And now I guess they're going to try and get us all the way down to the very basement level that they can possibly, the crypt underneath the basement, and normalize cannibalism. I just wanted to point your attention out to the fact that this is what they're doing. There is absolutely a spiritual battle going on right now. See it or don't see it. You don't have to see it. Don't acknowledge it if you don't want to. That there are some very evil people or forces or things or whatever you want to call it that are running things and that are promoting these kinds of ideals. And if you look at how reality is manifested, how reality comes to be and what that's based on, then you will start to really, really understand why they do these kinds of things. Take it for what you will, but the very lowest level of hell in Dante's Inferno, cannibalism.